The bull kicked the milking man clear across the barn with one powerful hoof. His wife watched in horror as it happened. But what hurt even more was that she'd now inherit his $150 million fortune. A month earlier, Lisa, who seemed to have the magical ability to make her husbands rich, had married the country's wealthiest man. Terrified he'd end up like her two previous husbands, she suggested they move to the countryside for a simpler life. To her surprise, the billionaire happily agreed. They settled into rural life, enjoying its simple pleasures, until that fateful day when her husband decided to milk a pregnant cow. The jealous bull caught him in the act and sent him flying with a fatal kick. Now a widow for the third time, Lisa swore off love forever. She went to drown her sorrows at a bar, where she stumbled upon a clown performing. Despite his best efforts, the crowd wasn't having it. Lisa felt awkward being the only one clapping. It was hands down the worst performance she'd ever seen. But the clown didn't seem to care. His carefree, go-with-the-flow attitude captivated her. She figured someone with such terrible acts would never make it big. So she took the plunge into marriage number 4. Their newlywed life was blissful. The clown would put on private shows just to make Lisa laugh. But happiness didn't last long. One day, running late, he rushed on stage without his makeup. His stunning good looks made the performance go viral overnight. Success came flooding in endless bookings, a role in a famous director's film, and before long, he was an A-list Hollywood star. Lisa's worst fears came true. Fame left him with no time for her anymore. Then, at a fan meet and greet, the crowd grew out of control. He was trampled to death by his own adoring fans. Once again a widow, Lisa decided money was the root of all evil. It had taken every husband from her. She marched to the bank to donate everything to the government. But when the teller saw the astronomical amount on the check, she couldn't believe Lisa was serious. Thinking she'd lost her mind, the teller recommended a psychiatrist. After hearing Lisa's story, the doctor boldly volunteered himself as her next husband. Lisa was touched that he'd risk his life to marry her and said yes. But in his excitement, he stepped backward off the platform and fell to his death. Just then, the janitor walked in. Lisa gasped. It was Alan, her ex. Despite being ruined by Jack years ago, he'd never stopped loving her. Moved by his devotion, they found their way back to each other. They lived in a modest farmhouse and had 4 beautiful children. Just when Lisa thought she'd finally broken her husband-enriching curse, Alan struck oil while digging in the field. Lisa watched in dismay. Was she doomed to a life of wealth forever? Thankfully, 2 workers rushed over. Turns out Alan had just punctured an oil pipeline by accident. Lisa burst into tears of joy and threw her arms around Alan, holding him tight.